This week, we will be exploring Minden, Nevada, Gardnerville's sister town, and the birthplace of the Carson Valley Days yearly celebration. Minden, Nevada was named after Minden, Germany, near the birthplace of the town's founder. In 1848, Heinrich Friedrich Dangberg, after turning 18, left Germany to travel across to the Americas, looking for a place to call home. He started his journey west in 1853, and by 1855 he found himself in Gold Canyon before the discovery of the Comstock Lode near Virginia City. He made his way to the Carson Valley region, where he staked a claim to a piece of land that would be known as Clobber Ranch, and later Muller Lane on Highway 395. The claim to that piece of land was jumped by Lucky Bill Thorrington. Dangberg then moved south to the location of the Dangberg family ranch today. The ranch started as a log cabin where he and his bride Margaret Gale Ferris wed in 1865, and soon the cabin grew into a house where they raised 5 children, who eventually inherited one of the largest ranches in western Nevada. In 1902, the Dangberg family formed the company Dangberg Land and Livestock Co. In the next few decades, the ranch grew to 50,000 acres, where the Dangbergs raised cattle, sheep, and vegetable products. Following the passing of Heinrich Dangberg in 1904, his son, Heinrich Dangberg Jr., assumed responsibility for the family enterprise. Dangberg Jr. started laying plans for the town of Minden, but needed to convince the railroad company, H.M. Urington Superintendent, that it would be a smart investment to continue the railroad tracks down to the Carson Valley. 1 year after the passing of Dangberg Sr., work started September 28, 1905, with as many as 400 workers grading and building. Track laying began from Carson City to somewhere in the Carson Valley region. The Dangberg family established businesses focused on agriculture, banking, and a hotel. By March of 1906, when Minden Flour Milling Company Cooperative conducted their first meeting, it was pretty clear that the railroad would end at the new town of Minden. In the first 4 years after Minden was founded, the town grew with the flour mill, a wool storehouse, 2 banks, the Civic Hall, and the Minden Inn, which is no longer opened as a hotel but is used by Douglas County officials. Maps of the new town were laid out, including Minden Park, and by the time the railroad arrived, the mill was electrified and ready to start grinding wheat. Dangberg Jr., in an effort to display the town and hopefully attract future residents to the Minden area, had the idea to hold the first Carson Valley Days in 1910. It was a great success in attendance, with nearly double the population at that time attending the fair. The Record Courier, Gardnerville, and Minden's local newspaper stated in one article that the attendance reached about 3,000. Today, the Carson Valley Days continues to be a celebration of not only the town of Minden, but of the Carson Valley as a whole, with live music, game booths, food trucks, and rides, including the Ferris wheel, that also has ties to the Dangberg family. George W. G. Ferris Jr., Dangberg Jr.'s uncle, invented the Ferris wheel we know today. Supposedly, it was inspired by a water wheel at Cradlebow Bridge on the Carson River. Dangberg Jr. turned to the 1915 legislature to have the county seat moved from Genoa to Minden and to build a high school. In order to overcome resistance from Gardnerville, which was still a larger town, lawmakers decided to build the high school in Gardnerville, where it currently serves as a Carson Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Minden, Nevada continues to celebrate and share its rich history, with part of the Dangberg family ranch open to the public as a historic park. As you can see, we're in the Dangberg Historic Home Ranch, which is a county-owned public park now. The Dangberg family donated part of their park to Douglas County, so now it is a public park where you can access the grounds for free, but if you want a guided tour through the home, there are some fees. They host wedding venues and special events here, so come and explore the history of the Dangberg Ranch and the foundation for what built the town of Minden. A recent addition to the town of Minden is the Great Basin Brewery that not only serves beer, but gourmet burgers and pizzas. All their meat comes from the Park Ranch local Minden farm. There is even a butcher shop inside where you can find and purchase some of the finest meats of your local rancher. The Minden Park is one of the earliest parks in Minden, Nevada, and has a splash pad for those hot summer months. Every winter during the Christmas season, this park is decorated to the brim to give the perfect setting for some seasonal photos. Heading north to Carson City, just at the edge of Minden, the Carson Valley Swim Center sits across from the Douglas County High School, a perfect place to go to beat the summer heat. Among the historic neighborhood, there are many homes that have plaques in the front, giving the passerby a quick history or fun fact about the house. Thanks for coming along on our second adventure. Minden was so much fun to learn about, and it made the trip with my sister that much better. Stay tuned for our next adventure. Remember, with a little bit of history, you can discover a whole new story.